What's up, y'all, and welcome to the Aging Potheads. I am your boy, Big Brother Boss, aka the Funky Monk. And in with me, as always, I believe she's still getting ready, is Miss Candy with
I'm here. I just turned the TV down. Sorry.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi.
Caught you by a little surprise, or you caught me by surprise too, because I was doing a whole bunch of shit in the background here too.
Yeah, me too. I'm over here talking and some more shit, doing some more shit in the background.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us. And y'all, as we always do, go ahead and share with your friends. Let us know what you're smoking, where you watching from, and let's go ahead and blaze up. Got to get that first hit of the show. Cheers.
Cheers.
Man. Before we go ahead here, y'all, I got bad news. And earlier today, we were found out that Tina Turner, music icon, has passed. And Tina been minding her own business for the last 20 or so years.
In Switzerland.
Sweden. She was in
Sweden, Switzerland. I think she was a Swiss national.
It's all Europe.
Yeah. Well, the nice one, the one that be sweating, the one that don't get in nothing.
That's Switzerland. But Sweden, they the ones that don't do nothing. They just sit around, just do their thing. But most definitely, y'all, rest in peace to Tina Turner. She crossed all music genres, all lines. She was an activist. She's very, very legendary icon status, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They do call her the Queen of Rock and Roll. So definitely, y'all, condolences to her family. May she rest in peace. And if y'all don't know who Tina Turner is, then y'all too young to be watching this.
Yeah, I don't even see how you would not know how. I mean, if you don't know who Tina Turner is, you've seen What's Love Got to Do with It. Your mama done played it 5 million times. Like you have to. But I just found out today it's a whole generation of kids out there that's never seen The Little Mermaid. So now I'm feeling real old. So I just found that out today. I was like, y'all ain't seen it. It's a classic. What do you mean? But
you know what kids is. You know how they are.
But I do want to say, rest in peace, Tina Turner. She was 83 years old. Mm-hmm. She lived a long time. She had legs up until the day she died.
Days.
Yeah, and she got tired of the bullshit in America, and she went over to people that embraced her, and she's been over there ever since. And so much so she gave up her American citizenship. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like she lived a good life. I mean, at the end there, we all know the story of her and Ike, and but she had a second, like a second wind, or a second chance when she got away and was able to really do something. And
she lived life on her own terms after that,
Yeah, and was more popular because of it. Like I knew Tina in the 80s,
and she was old then.
She was old then, yeah. She was old when I was born. I think What's Love Got to Do with It came out when I was born. So, and that's almost 40 years ago. So
let me roll that back. If she was 83 in 1983. That put her at our age. That was at my age.
107 today. No, we used to always say how old Tina was, but
exactly.
In reality, she was 83. So she lived a long life, and I pray that the end of her life she was happy, and she could look back and really see where she came from and how she came from all of that. So
most
I think that's it.
And rest in peace to Tina Turner, man. Now let's get on with it. What you smoking tonight, man? What you smoke? Oh, I said, man, what you smoke tonight, Miss
I
Angie?
mean, that's like me saying, "Girl, look." Like
I
I
know,
call
right?
out about my homeboy is girl. Like, but
Uh,
you can say it. So this is what I got last week, and I want to correct and say that the name of the dispensary was not Virtue. It's called Nevada Marijuana Company or something like that. But it's on Warm Springs, and this is called their Presidential Wowie Blunt, and it is a sativa, and it's infused. I taste sweet pineapple, tropical. It has a very tropical taste. It tastes like a fruit punch candy. Like that's how the smell is. So sweet and it's so good. And it gives you kind of what the little Snapple facts on the back. It's euphoric. It makes you feel uplifting and refreshing. So I don't know if you guys can see it because of the light here, but um, kind of gives you some Snapple facts back there. And I gave it a 5 out of 5. It's been really, last week was kind of difficult for me. Just trying to get back in the swing of things and hanging out and all that kind of stuff, but it really kind of helped keep my energy. And until I was able to crash, but it was, it's dope. I like it, and I still got the pen too. And I got a little Shango vintage here.
Okay.
For my buddy that works down there. It's called Abomination.
Abomination.
So, yeah,
You want to be home?
Yeah. It's got 31% THC. I don't know if it's but it's from Shango, so I'm sure we can look it up.
For sure. I'll check it out. Now,
yeah.
What's up to Chris, man? Thank you for joining us. We have someone new. I haven't seen this name, Quentin from the Quintiverse. Welcome to the show. You said
What's up, Quentin from the Quintiverse?
You got 5 grams of disposable. What brand is it? Or not brand? What strain? I'm sorry, my bad. What strain is it here? Before we get on to what I'm smoking, and y'all see I've been just toking it.
Right. Oh, I think that Quintiverse, I think that's the gentleman that sold it to me last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Right on.
I think that's
Yeah.
But yeah, I did get a disposable. And I thought I had it with me. Let me see really fast.
And what's up, Tony, man? I'm sorry I didn't greet you, man. I saw
Hey,
you coming
Tony.
in. But yeah, what I am smoking on, y'all, is one of my all-time favorites, which is, as always, the Blue Dream. It's a hybrid. Man, this is my go-to strain. If I'm smoking with something, but Blue Dream is something I pull out when my friends come over. I said this a couple of weeks ago. Y'all should always have that weed, like y'all got that wine. You got that wine for your friends. You got that wine for your take the potlucks, or your friend that you really don't like that much drop by, and then you got them strains for them friends that these is guests these are like my brother. This is family.
This is family. You pull out the good weed, like you pull out the good glass, the good dishes.
You got to pull out the good weed, and if you ain't got good weed, y'all need to step your weed game up. You know what I mean? You got to step your weed game up. Blue Dream is an all-around good strain for everyone, from beginners to pros. It is to me, it is almost a perfect 50-50 blend. It gives you the head high. It also gives you that body feelings. And the big thing about Blue Dream is the euphoria. Blue Dream gives you that euphoria, that like ADD euphoria, like, was I supposed to be doing something right now? Something like that.
Right,
and, trust me, yeah, exactly. Y'all notice as I'll get higher that's gonna happen, but things. I gave it 5 blunts, which is, I always give it 5 blunts. I think I only gave it less than 5 one time, and that was probably because I had a bad batch. I got it from a bad batch or something like that.
Mhm.
But that batch I got, most definitely is best. If y'all, Blue Dream is one of those brands that you can pretty much get anywhere. Um,
Mhm.
so most definitely, y'all, if you want to smoke it, you should definitely get it. You should definitely get it where you live. See, I told you it's
Right.
starting to happen. It is starting to happen.
Yeah.
Also, y'all,
Right.
our strain of the week is Jet Fuel, which is a hybrid. I believe sometimes it leans a little sativa, but this is
Okay.
Jet. But Jet Fuel is one of those. Once again, it's a balanced hybrid, but it's from the diesel family, so it's gonna give you that pungent
That
diesely
gas kind
gas
of smell.
smell, but it does hit pretty hard. Yeah, I do recommend it for all levels of smokers. Definitely check the numbers because this strain can vary. When I go to the dispensary, I've seen it on the top shelf. I've also seen it in the bargain bin. So definitely check. Hey, I'm just being real. It's one of those things. It's one of those
Right.
things. If I'm not mistaken, and I normally have this information up, it's a quick grower. It's a quick grow. And
Okay.
one of the things in it is you got the limonene and carotene in it, so you're gonna get that diesely taste. But I believe, let me see if I can look it up here. See what the growth on it is. Yeah, this comes up. This flowers within 72 days, so it's a real good easy strain. This
Okay.
doesn't have the difficulty here of growing it. So I couldn't give it to you there. But Jet Fuel is an all around just a. I would say that's an everyday. It's an everyday strain. If you just want to
Yeah.
kick it around the house, it's
Okay.
just it's pretty much it's an average thing depending on how you know how you smoke. Um, it does have some uplifting qualities to it, and I've seen some people say, you know what, they use it when they got shit to do around the house, like clean up or something. It helps
Yeah.
them with that. So so I think it's an all around brand. One of those things that might be on someone's favorite list, or one of those things that somebody just might pick up at the store. Um, I say the store I say the store because it's the dispensary. I
I
mean, that
mean,
motherfucker.
the dispensary is the store.
Exactly, exactly.
You walk around
And
with a cart, motherfucker.
for real, for real. And y'all, let's go ahead and let's get to the good shit, y'all. Now, about a month ago, Jamie Foxx was hospitalized, and everybody started speculating. Stories was coming here and there and all around the square, and
And from his daughter too.
exactly,
She not really helping the situation, but
yes. However, it's like, what's going on, y'all? And why all the conflicting reports? What do you think about that, Miss Candy?
I don't know. Like one minute he's knocking at death's door, and then the next minute he's playing pickleball. Like which is it? It's giving like I don't y'all don't know what
Mm-hmm.
it's I follow the blogs,
Mm-hmm.
so that's where I get a lot of my tea from.
Yeah.
And I watch follow a couple of YouTubers, tea blogs, tea vlogs, or whatever you call them now. Um, and we had one day he was preparing his friends and family were preparing him for
Mm-hmm.
what sound like for death. It sounded like he was in a coma and he wasn't coming out of it.
Yeah.
And then his daughter came, and that was on Torre's page. So I don't know if you're familiar with Torre. He's a black journalist that's been around for a long time.
Yeah. Sure.
Kind of like
Yeah.
a Van Lathan, kind of
Mm-hmm.
like a kind of Tavis Smiley-ish, but more on the entertainment side. Like he's not
Yes.
really, but he's gotten more political later in his career.
He's always been kind of political. He just
Yeah,
doesn't.
he's traded both, but he posted that on his page, and then the daughter came out, because we thought we was gonna lose Jamie Foxx. Oh Lord, we about to lose Jamie, kind of shit like that, because The facility that they said he was at, it sounded like, he had a stroke, and it didn't seem like he was coming out of it. So then his daughter came out and said, well, he'd been at home for about 3 weeks, and we was just playing pickleball out in the thing. So at the house. So it's like, ma'am, like, what are y'all?
Exactly.
Y'all need to get y'all story together, because, like, I'm not saying the fans are entitled, but some fans really do feel entitled to know. It's like, we pay for your lifestyle. We're the reason why you're able to live like this and, live this lavishly or what have you. I want to know what the fuck is, I want to know what your blood pressure is, bitch.
For real.
So,
for real. People are like that. I don't get it.
Like, I've never been that obsessed with, but I do kind of get the argument, I guess. But I still, even when I was younger, I wasn't all wrapped up in no celebrity like that. I need to know, his what he eats every day, and like, I need to know his blood pressure, and
Exactly.
did he check his fucking sugar today? That type of bullshit. I don't need to know that. So I went in the comments, and some of the fans were basically saying that, like, we're the ones that kept you in the spotlight all these years. We deserve to know how your health is.
Man,
so yeah, like, damn, like, you ain't got to. Do you want to know when I got my period, bitch? Like, I don't. I feel like it's just unnecessary. I feel like the family will, in time, come out and make a statement. Apparently, we haven't heard no R.I.P. Jamie Foxx, so I'm assuming. Last I heard, he was in a rehab in Chicago. That the specialty is patients who had cancer, had stroke, or something else. But he seems to be doing good. Maybe some mobility issues, because it kind of reminds me of Sinbad. We didn't know Sinbad had a stroke, so until I saw him on Instagram, and he was in a walker, so he barely could speak. And JoJo as well. Like, a lot of our older Black entertainers, especially men, because Black men that's like the number one Black man killer. Like, it's hypertension. So it doesn't surprise me, but it seems like in this day and age, it's like, we still dying from high blood pressure.
We still are. It's still hard, because it leads to heart disease. You know what I mean? So
like, or stroke. Like, so. Even mine, my blood pressure is high. So I have to figure out what to do now. To try to get it lower without going on medication, but that's beside the point. But so squirrel. Squirrel. But what I mean is, that's how I feel about it. I feel like it's not technically our business. Man, he was over there. Are you good?
I'm good now. I'm good now. Right. Let me lubricate.
Yeah, lubricate your esophagus area.
There we go. Now, to me, it's like, let's stay out of the man's business until he's recovered. I don't know. I had to look up what pickleball is, because it seems to be the rage.
It seems to be the rage. That's definitely some clear shit, but
it look like a big ass game of ping pong that's played on a fucking
that's what it is. It looks like a big ass ping pong game, like a enlarged ping pong game.
Yeah, because I was actually, I was reading some of the stories, and what happens is that some of these folks are, with pickleball, they're actually on actual tennis courts. And people who come to play tennis are like, y'all need to move on, because pickleball.
They saying we playing pickleball right now. Wait your turn. Like,
but pickleball is pickleball, for what I see, is a casual game. The tennis players are coming to play casual tennis, but it's one of those things where you grab your friends in a White Claw and y'all go out and play pickleball.
White Claw. That shit is they have a tournament for that out here. Vegas hosts any damn sport you can gamble on. So they had a tournament, a pickleball tournament out here. I was like, when we get pickleball? And where y'all playing this at?
Exactly. You know what I mean? I get it. But I'm not with the White Claw crowd, and that's I think that's kind of that's not judgy. That's might be
It's
a
not.
sense
I mean, it sounds judgy, but it's really not because that's just not our vibe. I don't hang out with no white motherfuckers that drink White Claw. We
Yeah,
don't.
exactly.
We
I
drink
have
liquor.
never, I have never in life, and I've known Miss Candy for a while. I've never in life heard her say, let's just go get a White Claw and a blunt and play some
No,
pickleball.
no, and play some pickleball.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sure there's some guy drinking his White Claw right now, talking about we don't have them fucked up game nights like y'all do. But
Right,
hey,
right. We sound judgy as hell, huh?
exactly, huh? But we wish the best to Jamie Foxx and for a speedy recovery, and hope to see you soon. I hope to see that new movie you had finished. I know you were working on one, but I know you finished one too. I think it's got
Yeah.
something. Yeah, so I think something about Tyrone. I can't remember, but I think it might be out. It might not be. I gotta check out my Netflix here.
Oh yeah, I think that's been out for a little while because I've seen previews of that for a minute. But this one he was on the set for when it happened,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they were close to wrapping. I think they were days outside of wrapping, but yeah. Hope speedy recovery to Jamie Foxx. Hope he's doing well. Hope he's doesn't have any mobility issues because sometimes strokes do cause that, but sometimes you can come up out of it. So
For sure, for sure. Now, y'all, I don't know if y'all follow it. I do follow the NBA during the playoffs. I'm a Warriors fan, so I was a little heartbroken when the Lakers, beat the Warriors. But I wasn't that heartbroken because I knew the Warriors wasn't really playing caliber ball, and they was gonna get caught they was gonna get caught out there in these streets, and they did. The Lakers had their number. Lakers moved on to Denver, and then what happened in Denver was just
I barely want to talk about it. Like I barely want to talk about the shit because I'm a Laker fan. It's my home team. But I was conflicted during the Warriors Laker. Even though I still was going for the Lakers. Because the Lakers been bullshitting and not making it all the way. We've had to rely on the Warriors to get us California championship. So I'm a fan of both, and I was kind of shocked that the Warriors did get up out of here as fast as they did, but I was happy for the Lakers. But they just turned around and like us swept the fuck on. Like what it? I mean, I know. I think more so because the two teams were more evenly matched as far as size. Because they're both big teams. The Warriors are kind of more shooters, and they play out in the perimeter more. And the Lakers they play in the paint more. So you got two teams that the Lakers just kind of met their match, I think. And they had younger players. And
But what I was actually reading, and like I say, I'm not really deep into it, is that Denver has a bunch of young, hungry kids.
Yeah, they got a bunch of young, hungry, and y'all can't. If the Lakers keep relying on LeBron and AD when he's healthy, which is not very often, and it's just not. It hasn't bode well for them when we needed it to. So I'm not. I thought the Lakers was gonna at least get one, pull one out, but to get swept like this. Like y'all got LeBron talking about not even coming back. Like this nigga he's talking about like retiring low key, and I'm like, what? So
LeBron,
you got three rings from three different teams, bro. Like
LeBron should be able to say, if he wants to hang it up, but don't get out there sending mixed signals or nothing like that.
Don't do that Tom Brady ass shit where you just I'm gonna retire and then as soon as the season get ready to start, you know what? I think I still got one more in me.
Yeah. If you upset, you lost it. Hey, just take that L. Because to be fair, no matter what, whether the Warriors had beat the Lakers or not, Denver was gonna sweep any team they were gonna get a hit.
Yeah, get a hold of. They were because they were a good team and they played so. I'm not shocked, but I'm a little shocked, but I'm not that shocked. That they beat the Lakers. I just thought that
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell that was, but
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully LeBron gets over it. His little
Mhm.
ego hurt right now, so but he'll
Yeah.
be all right.
Yeah, but you know what? The thing is too is when he came to the Lakers, people didn't like him. So
I didn't like him when he came to the Lakers either, because I'm like, now you really just you just putting it out there that you just ring hopping. Like you
yeah.
team hopping for these rings. And we didn't, I grew up watching a different kind of basketball. So,
Hmm.
it's totally different, now that I'm older, but like you used to couldn't do that. They would only do that, when they were like the worst player ever. Or, like now you got the stars leaving the teams because, you do have star players that have never gotten a ring. Carmelo, he just announced his retirement. He's never gotten a ring. He was rookie of the year. You have Charles Barkley. You have
Yeah.
some good, great
Hall of
players
Fame
that have
players who have never gotten a
Hall of
ring.
Fame, yeah, that have never had a ring.
So,
So I
so most
mean, but what's more important, or like what do you prioritize? I guess I don't
yeah,
know.
what do you value? What do you value? Sound like you need to close your window over there, man.
I know, huh? My bad, because it got warm in here. So
Yeah, it's warm in here too. I got the fan on, but I actually this mic got the cover, all sorts of noise canceling technology around here and shit. But most definitely, I want to see what it. My interest in the NBA is gone now, so we just gonna wait for the finals to pull up next week. And
yeah.
you know, speaking of pulling, um, Ron the shithead down in Ron DeSantis down in Florida, he
Oh
looked like he
Lord.
also shit in his ongoing feud with Disney. Um, they said they're gonna pull a multi-million-dollar project down in Florida. I don't know what this is going to. Yeah.
I was trying to really catch up on what the exact beef was, and I mean, it's kind of when you think of Disney, you do think of conservative
Uh-huh.
people, but they have gotten more liberal. You do have some very liberal, Republicans that are more on
Listen,
the fence.
that's because
Um,
they have liberal policies.
yeah,
They
they have
might not
liberal
be,
policies,
but yeah.
but
Go ahead. I'll give
um,
you a rundown on it. Go ahead, finish your thought.
I started kind of just reading up and trying to see what the beef was, and it started basically with some kind of legislature that
Mhm.
DeSantis was trying to enact in
Oh, he did.
Florida. Yeah, well, he did, but at that time it hadn't been to basically don't say gay or limit
Yeah.
um, the teaching of um, same sex issues or in school.
Yeah. It
And
was in
so,
elementary schools. It was in
yeah, in
elementary
elementary
schools.
schools.
Yeah. And it basically was anti-gay legislation.
Mm.
Disney came out and said, "Hey, it don't matter. It don't matter." Disney came out against it. Ron DeSantis got upset and he started making laws.
He stopped
Now,
making it. Yeah, he said, "Well, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna hold up y'all little permit because it gave whatever the bill was. Disney had a certain because we have Disney World down there, so they have a certain autonomy to be able to do and build where they wanted around that area.
exactly.
So he
Yes,
stopped that and
he attempted
and
to stop it.
yeah, attempted to stop it as an act of vengeance for Disney coming out and not backing him.
Hmm.
So I you don't know exactly. I know how I personally feel about things like that, especially like with very young kids.
Yeah,
I feel like, maybe that there's a maybe when they're a little older, like I didn't have sex ed until I think seventh grade or something like
yeah.
that. So I think
But
if you make it a part of sex ed curriculum,
uh-huh.
then we can,
Well, I'm going.
introduce it that way because it is a reality. People have same sex partners. There are gay people that
Hmm.
live and work and
Yeah,
breathe and have children it's not, if you, I understand you having a certain lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
but to just act like, to not want to,
Mm-hmm. Well, my thing with it is that you're making laws against something that was never happened or never reported. Nobody
mhm.
said that they was teaching. Nobody was said they were down there teaching elementary school kids about the LGBTQ community. Nobody was saying that. All schools were saying was that they were going to embrace that segment, that marginalized community. Nothing like they want to teach kids. We're not
Yeah,
teaching. We're not teaching age. We're not teaching age inappropriate stuff to kids.
yeah, it
The
has to
politicians
be.
say they are, and without getting too political, y'all, what occurs is
Yeah,
that
I'm
whenever
trying to stay away from that. Like,
yeah,
that's why I don't want to give my real
yeah,
opinions on that.
but yeah,
Maybe when we blow up Shaway, or maybe I do got to say something controversial just to get us, you
yeah,
got to say something
yeah, but yeah, most
polarizing to get.
definitely, yeah. This
Yeah,
is they've been going back and forth for a couple of years now. Um, Disney, in my opinion, they could just wait this shit out because Disney
they
has the
can. They
money.
got
They have the
this
money and the
Disney.
influence to. They had the money and the influence to give somebody to say, okay, we'll just wait till election year. We'll vote you out. You're about to run for president, so you're not gonna be in your state doing things anyway. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So it's just what it is. It is what it is. Let's keep an eye on that, y'all, because it's just going back and forth with this guy DeSantis. But in Florida too, and this is my not political as you may think it is, but those same policies are causing causing an environment in Florida that has actually given travel warnings,
hmm,
advisories for Florida for people of color and marginalized communities.
hmm,
Um, I'm a pothead, y'all. We all smoke pot,
yeah.
and we all get along. We potheads love getting along. So, but what I'm gonna say here, y'all, what's going on in Florida is just weird as fuck. It's fascist as fuck. Look up fascist on Google, or go argue with your mama about it. But if a if a if and I found out it's not just the NAACP, it's the Latino Chamber of Commerce in Florida. There's a lot of things even in Florida. They say, hey, the the environment around here not too cool for people of color and people of marginalized communities. There's just a whole lot of shit going on in Florida. They say, hey, I don't think you want to spend your money here. I don't think you want to come down here. Now, this is not a boycott, y'all. Some people have been calling it a boycott.
No,
It's a travel advisory. That just means when you get down there, pay a little attention
just
more.
be aware. Be
Yeah,
aware of
just
them
be
little
aware.
sundown towns.
Mhm.
Them little
Yeah.
sundown, because Florida's still full of them.
Yes.
Like, there's a YouTuber that I watched who is transgender, Funky Dineva, and
Mhm.
he identifies as a male, um, but he's from Miami, and he spoke on, like, how living in Miami is different than living in Florida. That's like
Yeah.
living in Vegas is different than living in Nevada. Like, it's just, we on some different shit down here. You can't. There's certain places that you can't enact that kind of policy. And he was speaking on the differences between. First of all, Miami is full of gay people.
Mhm. Yeah.
Everybody gay down there. And
Mhm.
it's a more urban, metropolitan area. Like, so they were his patrons, I guess, or some people were asking him, how can you be gay or how can you be trans and live um,
In
in the
Florida.
state of Florida? And he's like, there, Miami's in Florida, but it's not Florida, Florida.
Exactly.
Like, there's certain part, like, once you start getting past Fort Lauderdale and up to West Palm Beach and all of that, that's when all that them DeSantis people live.
Yeah.
But for the most part, he was explaining, I can, we don't even, it's the cognitive dissonance for us in Miami, because,
And
that's not there's full gay neighborhoods in Miami. So they know that the people that follow DeSantis and
Mhm.
Trump, they're not going to be in this neighborhood. They're not going to be in this area because this is our area. You know, this is where we be at. So if you over here, that means you into some gay shit. So, you know, that's kind of what it is. And, you know, I thought that was interesting.
When she say into some gay shit, she means it in a positive light, not the negative misogynist.
Not the negative. Please don't take it like that. Yeah, I said it as matter of factly as possible because I just meant that. Mm-hmm. But you know, because you know, I love the lady.
I get it, but it's one of those things they are saying it's different in those states or in different parts of the state versus Miami versus Florida, pretty much. You know, like you said. Vegas and Nevada, Atlanta and Georgia, New York and New York. You know what I mean? We know, but to issue
New York City and New York State, like New York City is its own damn state now. Yeah,
exactly. So the NAACP, along with other organizations, are issuing the travel advisory. I understand both sides of it, meaning there's some people there who pushing back against it because they bring up small businesses. They bring up this will affect Florida and maybe influence the changing of its policies, but they still have to remember they're all small businesses down there that depend on tourism, and a lot of those businesses may belong to people of color or marginalized people. I get it, but you also got to understand we got to help you. No, the fight is the fight. We got to sacrifice a little bit. I'm not saying fuck them businesses, but I'm saying the fight is the fight. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know, like I totally like you can't just, you know, like I said, it everything up there, you know, just some of that shit is just South Georgia, you know, like a continuation of Southern Georgia. So I'm gonna be trying this too right now. So so you guys, this is an abomination.
Abomination. Huh? I'm glad we sort of coming downhill now. In our last political story tonight, y'all, I promise. Rhode Island Councilman Matthew Riley
was Marion Barry head ass.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. He found smoking crack. He was in his car, passed out. People were so worried that they called the police. Police came, found him with a crack pipe in his hand. He was done. Y'all go ahead
in your hand, man. Like you can't even explain this away. You got caught literally with the pipe in your hand.
Yeah,
pass the fuck out in the front seat.
I'll go ahead and Google that story if you like. It's Matthew Riley in Rhode Island. Y'all can't make this shit up. The video is funny as fuck. He was acting like this and that. He said he had relapsed because of his divorce. Now, as someone who's been through 2 divorces, I feel where you at, but I ain't ever
but you ain't never smoked no crack.
I ain't ever said, oh Lord, my life's so bad. Let me go get the crack.
Let me go get the crack. Let me go hit some.
Not to make fun of addicts. I'm not making fun of addicts. I understand these are just jokes. And you know, if the man has a problem, I hope he gets the help he needs by
but he was smoking crack before that. Like, knock it off. Like, it just exacerbated the cracking.
I didn't know. You know, I sat around and said, what? People still smoking crack? You know what I mean?
In 2023? I thought they were smoking meth. And fentanyl and perk.
And it did. My mind went immediately to Marion Barry. Those who do not know who Marion Barry is,
look it up.
I think it was. He was the mayor of Washington,
D.C.
was. And they caught him in a crack house smoking crack.
With a crack whore.
With a crack whore who was not his wife. So, you know, over the years, that was what Marion Barry was known for. When I saw this story come across my thing, I fucking was tickled because I immediately thought of Marion Barry.
Me too. I immediately thought.
Let's see how this plays out. Because they're calling for his resignation. And of course, he's resigned from a couple of places, but nobody has fired this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy. Like, you're just not going to fire. He got caught smoking crack by the police.
But hey, it's 30 years. There's a difference. He has a disease.
Oh, yeah. It's not an addiction. It's a disease now.
It's a disease. You know, Marion Barry was a crackhead. He was a
Yeah,
fucking
he was a
addict.
crackhead. Yeah,
He was done. He did
yeah.
try to make a comeback, and I want to say he was elected mayor again at
I
one
think he
point.
was. I think I remember that. I was very young when Marion Barry was in office, but I
Uh-huh.
do remember that being a hot topic, or hearing jokes about it back then. And I think he did try to run again. I don't know what happened with that, but I remember that, and I thought like, not this crackhead.
Yeah. Most definitely. I am going to keep my eye and see how this turns out.
Hmm?
But I thought it was funny. Like I said, in 2023, I didn't know people were still out here smoking crack.
Me neither.
You know, or meth for that matter. You know what I mean? Shit.
Yeah,
But yeah,
everybody doing coke,
yeah.
pills, and well, I mean, still meth, but they got some new shit now that's eating up people's skin. Like, I don't even know why you would even want to do some shit like that. Like,
Mm-hmm. And
why would you want something to eat your skin up? Like,
you,
what? How high do you have to get, sir?
oh my god,
How high do you want to be, sir, ma'am?
yeah, and right on, Quentin. You know what? Oh my god, it is. Shit is crazy, right? It is
Yeah.
crazy. If they had caught him smoking some weed, I'd be like, all right, y'all, he just got a divorce. Let that man smoke in peace. But bro, you can't be out here smoking crack.
You can't be smoking crack in the car.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Go to
all
your house
for,
to do that.
and trust me, I'm not drug shaming, but I am. But because I say everybody knows when I said, hey, smoke whatever you want, try it all if you want to try it. But my best advice is don't smoke crack. And don't do
Please
no
don't, yeah,
heroin.
don't smoke crack. But I mean, I'm even go further and say this: like, don't smoke meth. Like, it's still some
Uh-huh.
crackheads that I know that's still around. So like, I mean, I'm not purporting the use of crack, but
Mm-hmm.
if you could choose between, because crack ain't nothing but coke cooked,
Oh
cooked
no.
coke.
Oh no.
But
Crack is much
and
different.
and
Crack
some
is
with some
almost
shit in it, yeah. But
crack is almost
but
like meth with cocaine.
or whatever. But meth, they've been putting battery acid, rat poisoning. You try to cook the shit, you blow up. Like, if you ain't mixing the correct chemicals together. Like, I mean, meth is just a whole different, like.
That's some hazardous materials type shit.
Yeah, that's some
It's not,
hazmat shit. Like, they
this is
can't
not
just
bacon. It's
go
not
arrest
baking
you and put
soda.
gloves on and put it in a bag. They got to call a hazmat team when you're in here cooking meth. So. Yeah, I would leave all of that alone, all that kind of shit. Like, leave that alone. If you got to be smoking shit, anything out of a pipe, just go ahead and go to rehab, my guy.
For real.
Big fella.
And y'all, before we get to what we watching, the other day the trailer for the new color purple. I'm not calling it a remake. I'm calling it a take.
It's adaptation.
The adaptation, yes. The Color Purple adaptation is dropped the trailer the other day. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was a good trailer. I am excited for this movie. It's coming out Christmas. I reportedly heard on the Black Line that it'll be a purple Christmas, which I thought was a cool color anyway.
Okay, that's my favorite color.
Yeah, purple
Next
is my favorite color. So I'm like, yeah, purple. Hey, I got you.
Yeah, I can do purple.
Yeah, so I'm a little skeptical about the music. I hope it's not sung all the way through. Color Purple was not a musical, but it is known for a couple of its musical numbers. But I am hearing this is a musical with acting, so it's not going to be sung all the way through, which is okay. I did have a little bit of casting issue with Taraji P. Henson.
Because Suge and Celie had a little thing going on, back in the original. They was kind of, it wasn't pushed out there, but it was definitely undertone that, and in the book, it's even more.
It was full on relationship.
Yeah, in the book, they was fucking, like behind Mr. Back. So, in the movie, they really did. They just barely touched on it. But this one doesn't seem like. Yeah, I don't think that they're doing that in this one. I feel like Fantasia and Taraji ain't gonna be,
Nah, but it's going to be more. It's going to be more pronounced this time. It's going to be. I know they're not going to go full on into what we saw in the book, but I do think they're going to take it a step further than what we saw in the
In the
original.
original, you think so? Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, we're in that time, so
I think
I
so.
don't know. I want to see that. I want to see that.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be the only thing folks worry about because the incels are out talking about that again. However, and they've never read the book. They're only reading, plot lines from another thing.
They probably ain't even seen the movie. Yeah. We in a generation that have not seen the classics. Like, I live with people that have not seen The Color Purple. I mean, not live physically, but I mean, I live surrounded with people that haven't seen The Color Purple or that haven't seen or haven't seen, like.
Well, shit, go ahead. You can say The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, well, I mean, The Little Mermaid, they haven't seen, The Color Purple. They haven't seen these kinds of movies that were, classics, considered still to this day are classic movies, and it just reminds me that I'm getting up there in age and I don't like it.
I love it. I love it.
Like it.
I'm wiser. I love it. But yeah, it is kind
of crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, you just wasted on the young is what I think.
And it is crazy that, a lot of folks don't know what it is. Either movie, The Color Purple or The Little Mermaid. Trust me, I don't even think my daughter has seen it, and I've shown her a lot.
I don't think my daughter's seen it either. I'm sitting here thinking, like, has my baby seen some of these movies that I grew up on that are classics to me that I will never forget?
Yeah, I know she's
because Little Mermaid. Little do people know, Disney animation was in the tank when The Little Mermaid came out. The Little Mermaid brought Disney animation back to gold, and then Beauty and the Beast brought it all the way back up. But they were getting ready to shut down.
Then the Lion King came.
Like they just hit back to back to back to back, and then but the Little Mermaid is the one that started that whole Disney animation to what we know of it as today, because they were down in the dumps. They were getting ready to shut that division down.
Exactly.
So that was one of the big ones.
But yes, definitely The Color Purple trailer. Check that out. Now you finally did finish Queen Charlotte.
I did.
Uh-huh. And what did you think?
Tears. It was good. It was all mushy stuff that you would think that Bridgerton, or because again it was an offshoot of Bridgerton. It's only 6 episodes, but it took me a while to get through the 6. But I did it. Kind of chronicles. It's an adaptation of a real time in history. With King George III and Queen Charlotte. They were actual king and queen of Britain. And but Queen Charlotte
wasn't nobody out here trying to be woke, saying that she was black. We know
right.
She got black.
no, but that's the thing though. In her ancestry, she has, but this is like 500 years ago, because they would always remark that her features were more African, because if you Google her, she does look like she's like a little mixed. But come to find out, she has a great 500 years ago great grandpappy, who was a Portuguese king, or whatever they call him in Portuguese, in Portugal, and his mistress was a black Moor. A black woman of society. I don't think she was a slave back then. So they're trying to use, that's where they got the inspiration to make Queen Charlotte black, because she does have black ancestry, but it's like so far away that you wouldn't even be able to tell.
We do believe she presented white. We do believe that.
Yeah, she absolutely presented white. That stuff that would never fly in what actually happened. But it was just a good, how she stuck with him. They had 13 children together. The king's dynasty depended on her giving them an heir. So she, much with arranged marriages back then, she, did what she was supposed to do, and then they wound up falling in love, and then they had 13 children. And so it just plays on how she stuck with him, as he mentally declined, because King George III is known for his mental illness. Like, it got progressively worse. But she actually died before he did. Like, he died 3 years after she died.
Okay.
But it was good. It was all the feels. I think a new season of Bridgerton is coming out. I don't know if the main guy, I think his name is Reggae, the main actor, mixed actor that was in the original Bridgerton, is going to be in
Well, I don't
this
think
one.
he's got. No, they said that after the first season. They said that
Yeah,
he
he's
was.
not returning, so
Yeah, he's not
I'm not sure
returning.
what's going on with that, because that's kind of weird. But
Well, he blew up and he thought he was too good. Now he want to be James Bond and shit.
oh, okay. Oh, he felt like he was okay. Reggae. First of all, you're not even that fine, Reggae. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Uh-huh. You're not
but
a
yeah, it
kid,
was really good. I finished it. I gave it 5 blunts. It gave me the feels at the end. Maybe it was just because it was that time of the month. I was super emo, but it did definitely made me tear up. And I was like, I cried a little bit at the end, but a lot of people did. So
and
it's one
that's
of those
cool.
feel good ones.
Yeah, it's cool because my what I watch too always gets you in your feels. I watch Queer Eye, which is also on Netflix. Queer
I
Eye is
forgot about that. That used to come on Showtime.
Bravo. That was Bravo.
Bravo. Oh, Queer Eye
Yes.
for the Straight Guy?
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. This is actually a newer version of it. They help everybody now, men and women.
I'm thinking of Queer Folk, or what was that show that came
Queer as
on in
Folk.
the Queer as Folk? That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, you could think of Queer as Folk, but no, this is different. This is Queer Eye. It's
Gotcha.
like I said, an offshoot of Queer Eye Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. I think was 80s, 90s. And so these people go to it. And these folks actually, if you watch this versus the older episodes, they try to help this person all the way around in their life. More in depth than I believe what they showed on Bravo back in the day. So this show is very good. Every episode will put you in your feels. If you're smoking, it'll make you feel good. I think it's a nice thing to smoke, like when I'm smoking Blue Dream. Nice thing to watch. It does bring. It can give you tears. I mean, I did cry a few episodes.
You did.
They're on like season 5, so I've watched all 5 seasons.
Really? See, now I remember the originals because I think Carson Creasley, and I forget who the co-star was, but that came out when I was a teenager.
Yeah, it was 4 of them. Now it's 5.
Oh, okay.
It was 4 of them back in the day. It's 5 of them now. The most, God, I can't remember the other guy name, but Ted from Chopped was one of the original Queer Eye guys.
Okay.
Ted from Chopped, and the other guy I can't remember his name. Carson. I think his name is Carson.
Yeah, I just remember Carson Creasley. He's the only one I remember because he was kind of the flamboyant one.
Yes.
But I don't really remember the other ones. And he was short too. He was just like shorter than everybody.
Yes, and they do have all the they do have a diverse crew, including one of them does identify as non-binary. So or non-gender conforming. I apologize. Non-gender conforming is what Jonathan is. So check that out, y'all. I gave it 5 blunts. Also, I have never been disappointed by an episode. It never disappoints. And those of you out there who think they manly men, yeah, you're gonna tear up on this one. This one's gonna tear up. All 5 seasons is full of tears. So if y'all haven't
not all 5 seasons full of tears.
Yeah, I mean, it gives you the feels. It does give you the feels.
I know what you're saying.
So it's cool. I liked it. I can't wait for the next season to come out because it's one of those things they never really talk about it. The next thing you know, you see it come up on the list. Oh, they got a new episode. So yeah. Definitely watch that, y'all. So the 2 we had here was Queen Charlotte season 1, as well as Queer Eye both are on Netflix. Go out there and watch it. Now, oh man, we're almost done here, y'all, and I'm high as hell. How y'all feeling out there? Let us know how you feeling. I went to Shoku Ramen, and I work nights, so Probably once or twice a night. Or when I get home, I once or twice a week. So let me get my words together, y'all. I stopped by Shoku Ramen, which is a ramen place. They play anime and things like that.
Okay.
But today, this morning or yesterday morning, hell. Anyway, I tried the duck oxtail ramen, and I gave it 5 blunts. It
Okay.
normally comes with a pork broth. I got it with the chicken broth because I don't eat pork.
You know you pork. Yeah.
So, um, it is good. They give you meat, y'all. They give you nice big pieces of meat. I mean, it's shredded, but they give us right big pieces of meat. Quentin said, "We hanging in." And Shoku Ramen is my best ramen place in the city. I am upset, as I always am, that I'm paying $25 for ramen. When it used to be something that some of us used to get at Walmart in the little cash. I graduated.
Right.
I since go to noodle houses to get my ramen, but now
That's the only ramen I prefer now because I've been to the thing. I've been to the Pandora 10, so I swore off ramen when I got out, and I said I would never eat ramen again. But I will go to the,
I'll go to the
Sushi
Asian
Rise.
store.
That's the one I like. Sushi Rise, it's right at fashion show. But yeah,
most definitely. But it was good. It had a lot of meat. It had a lot of vegetables. It had those mushrooms. Oh man, I love the mushrooms there. And it was pretty good. The broth was good. The veggies was good. Man, I gave it 5 blunts. I just splurged this morning because I had some good tips from driving last night, So I said, fuck it, let me go ahead and get the good shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I had. I gave it 5 blunts. Shoku Ramen, for those who live in Vegas, is over in the Asian district on Valley View and Spring Mountain. That whole little area has a whole bunch of good ass restaurants. And let's be clear, I've only eaten on that block. I haven't even moved to the next block to see what they got over there. You know what I mean? To see what they have. But that little area right there, y'all, best food in Vegas. Don't let them tell you that the Strip is where you should be eating. Nah. Best food
that
in
food
Vegas.
ain't even all of that, and you're paying way so much more. They banking on you not, coming to the Strip and spending all your damn money down there.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I didn't really get to do a new munchie. The only thing that I jazzed up this week probably was El Pollo Campero, which is like my favorite little it's like a jazzier El Pollo Loco.
It is the real authentic El Pollo Loco.
Yeah, if you will.
Crispy skin with the
the way they fry their chicken, I don't know what the fuck they fry that chicken with, but it's got crack in it. It is so good. Like whatever spices they use, like it's a Latin fried chicken or whatever they use in that adobo or whatever they use in that motherfucker. It is so good. I always get the fried, even though I'm trying to do a little bit healthier with the grilled options. But I can't not. I don't want to know what the grilled tastes like because I'm so stuck on the fried chicken.
And it never misses.
And it never misses. It never misses. So I went. The funny story about this one is because I was doing a little Uber Eats. So I had went to pick up an earlier order, and then I was like, okay, well, I want to go. What time they close? Let me come back here, and before they close, I'll give me a little 2-piece and go in the house.
And that's how I discovered it too.
Yeah, so that's what I did. I went back over there. The young man that was working, he barely spoke English, like barely. Like we was sitting. I said, I want a 2-piece, breast and thigh. And he said, oh, you want to, it was just convert. He fucked my order up, but he fucked it up kind of in a good way because I wound up getting 2 breasts, period, instead of 2 breasts and a thigh, which is what I wanted. But he fucked my drink up.
I'm still stuck on 2 breasts. I'm sorry.
Right, he got me 2 breasts, and it was good. One was kind of burnt though, but I still fucked it up. And I was like, well, yeah, he messed my drink up, but that's not really that bad, and I still like my drink anyway. And and he got me the mango instead of the Jamaica juice or whatever. The mango is a little bit more sweeter. But that's really it. And I just got 2 breasts out of it. So
yeah,
I mean, a win is a win. So
it's a win-win. But yeah, I did the same thing. We were Uber Eats, and it's just like when you see a place where somebody orders and they live hella far away, you gotta take note of that. You gotta say, you know what?
Yeah, like, so you ordered 12 and you didn't want to drive your ass over here. Like most of the orders, like they were probably maybe like 30, maybe 5-10 minutes away from me at the most.
Yeah,
like you could have had your car to come over here to pick this up, but you didn't want to leave. But it's so good that you was willing to pay more to have it brought to you. So I was like, okay.
Yeah. I guess there's a Chinese food place out in on the east side. I can't remember what the cross streets were, but it's in the Albertsons parking lot. They got that, and they were staying at the Mandalay Bay.
So really? So they must not know where they was ordering. They couldn't know.
They knew where they were ordering from. They knew.
They ordered way on the east side, and they from Mandalay Bay.
Yep. So I said, this got to be some good motherfucking food.
Because the only thing in that part is that L&L's, and it is a little Chinese, but I've never been to the Chinese spot. I just go to L&L's.
So you know where it's at.
I kept getting calls for teriyaki madness. Everybody wanted teriyaki madness that night. As soon as I went by teriyaki madness, ding. All right. They see me 12 times that day.
Damn. I like teriyaki madness. Not enough that I'll be wanting to order it like that, but yeah.
Not either. I don't like it like that either. But
exactly. Right. So y'all in the comments on the replay, let us know what your munchies are, what your favorite go-to munchie is. I don't have a go-to. I don't have anything today because I just actually ate dinner before I came up in here, so I don't think my munchies are gonna kick in that bad. I didn't have anything new this week, y'all, but I'm definitely working on that. I've seen some real good snacks. I've been to the Japanese grocery store, so it's there's some good snacks coming down the line. So let us know what you're munching on. And man, how high are y'all? How are y'all doing?
I'm pretty high.
You know what I mean, how are y'all doing?
And I've been drinking this tequila, so I'm probably just rambling squirrel.
Exactly. Yeah, now, if y'all have any show ideas, guests, you want to be a guest on the show, you want to come smoke with us in public, hit us up at info@theagingpotheads.com. You want to reach Miss Candy, who is an all-around business consultant, y'all, too. Let her know. She will hook you up. Potheads doing business out here, y'all. Sometimes y'all just don't be knowing. Hit her up at Candy at the Aging Potheads. Now, me, if y'all need anything, questions, shit like that, y'all need us to host an event, hit us up at the info, or you can hit me up at Funky Monk at theagingpotheads.com.
Yes, sir.
Get back to you, y'all. Most definitely we will get back to y'all. And we've come to the top, y'all. We back at the top here at the top of the hour. And as we say every week here, if you are going through some things, if you feel you need help, go ahead and text the 988, text or call the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. We would like to talk with you and not about you. So if you have an issues that you feel you need professional help, or you feel like you're alone, contact these people, get the help you need. In Vegas here, you can also dial 211 if you live here in Vegas from your phone. Or
hit me. I can get you some resources.
Most definitely. So hit us up. Y'all got the emails. Like I said, we'd rather talk with you than about you, folks. So with that, y'all, we want to thank you for watching and smoking with us. I see Quentin and Tony hang around with us. I've seen a couple other people come in. I think I seen Cammie come in. Hey, Cammie, welcome.
Hey, Cammie girl.
Chris came in also. Thank you for joining us this week. Most definitely, we are here. We are the Aging Potheads. We are here every Wednesday, at 7 p.m. Pacific, or 7-ish, as we always like to say. We are always token, and we are always doing our thing, having a little fun. Even though some of the topics get deep or dark, we still keep it high and light. Yeah. So until next time, my friends, meditate and medicate. And as always, until we see you next time, stay lifted, my friends. Good night.
Stay lifted, friends. And we'll see you next week. Bye.